Welcome to Sparklebritts, where we put misconduct on display, explore police and legal content, protect rights and demand accountability.
Doing the same sort of thing, filming, and that in our...
Apologies, boss, was that a message?
As per our security training, that to us would sound a little bit... Do you know what I mean?
But I haven't committed any offences.
No, you've not committed an offence, but standing outside a police station filming it, making people feel uncomfortable to their fear and alarm, alright? You're bordering on committing an offence there.
What offence?
Well, section 38 is causing fear and alarm. Okay, how you choose to cause fear and alarm is up to you, but...
Section 38 of...
No, Justice.
What?
Scotland.
Okay.
A man stood outside Fettes police station, simply filming from the sidewalk. But he was immediately approached by several armed police officers, who repeatedly questioned his identity and purpose, even suggesting terrorism and espionage. The cameraman calmly argued he had the right to be on public land, was not required to reveal his identity, and filming the police was in the public interest. The conversation became tense as the police kept changing their reasons, from security, to suspicious activity, to causing fear and panic under Scottish law. While the people were determined to uphold their civil rights, the police tried to legitimize their demand for identification, despite having no clear legal basis. The climax of the video is a confrontation. One side is just a camera, the other is armed forces, exposing the fragile line between security and freedom, raising the question, whose justice belongs, and are we living in a disguised police state?
Hi sir, are you okay?
Yeah. Are you recording me?
I am at the moment, okay.
Okay.
Have you got anything with your details on it?
I don't, I'm afraid, no.
Right, okay. Are you happy to provide your details at the moment?
No, I'm afraid not, no.
Right, okay, well, we're going to check you out anyway, because you can't be taken...
Okay. I'm not required to give any information, to be fair. I'm on a public pavement filming. I'm
Yeah,
not
I
committing
appreciate
any
that.
offences.
Alright, but it's suspicious activity outside a police station. You're watching the coming and goings of police officers.
Can I ask you to identify yourself, please?
Yeah, certainly. It's PC Craig speaking, and that's my caller number there, okay?
Alright.
I've absolutely no issue with
Okay.
public filming, okay?
Yeah.
But I have an issue with you. It looks as if you're filming the coming and going of police officers in and out, which is a security concern for us, okay?
Okay. We are in public.
I appreciate you've already been up at St Leonard's today as well, at the other
Yeah, I
police station
was,
in
yeah,
town.
that's right, yeah. So
they've-
it's been circulated then?
Yeah, so we're well aware of what's going on now, okay? And I don't know, what's your purpose with this? What do you do with this?
It's just for my own recreation.
Right, okay. Right. What's your first name?
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Yeah, not so bad.
Oh, yeah.
Are you recording me?
Yes, I am.
Alright. You need to let members of the public know that they're being recorded.
Yeah, I'm just about to. You interrupted me.
Forgive me.
I'm Sergeant Seals. I'm a firearms officer. I work
Yep.
at Fettes. Who are you, please?
I'm a member of the public taking photos.
I've give you my name. I've kindly give you my name.
Yeah.
Could you give me yours?
Well, with all due respect, I don't need to hand over any information at this time.
Right, so why are you filming?
For my own recreation.
The comings and goings of police vehicles. And
Well,
I mean, I'm quite happy to let you do that.
Okay.
No problems at all.
Right.
All right. But as a courtesy, why can you not just give us your name? Then we can check out your name to make sure you're not a security alert to the police.
I'm not required to give my name. I'm not a
Yeah,
security
we
risk.
need to check and make sure you're not a
You don't
security
need to-
risk.
you don't need to check
If I
anything.
suspect you're a security risk, I'll detain you under terrorism offences.
There's no
okay?
need to do that.
Yeah.
You need to have grounds.
Why can't you just... Well, that's what I'm getting to, sir. Okay?
Filming from public is not grounds for any sort of
But you're filming a
terrorist
police
search.
station, the come and goings.
I know.
The police vehicles.
I know. But it's not
personal-
hostile.
Well, that's what we need to determine.
But I'm giving you my word.
Why can you not... What? You've given me your word.
Do you think
You've
someone...
given me your name.
I think hostile reconnaissance...
All we're asking for is your name and date of birth. So we
I
can
can't
check
give.
you
I
out.
can't give it. I'm sorry. I can't give
You
it.
can't give it.
I won't
but
give
you're
it.
quite you're quite happy to film personal police vehicles coming and going. So you don't think that's suspicious?
No. What information
So-
could I pull from someone's personal vehicle?
Right, so you don't think that's suspicious? You're refusing to provide me any details as a courtesy. You're filming a police station.
I don't owe you any courtesy. I'm on a pavement taking
I'm
photos
not
from
saying
public.
you owe me a courtesy.
Well,
Right, so you can't just give me your details so we can
I'm
check you
afraid
out
not,
and then we
no.
can let you continue filming.
I can't give any details. I'm afraid. Sorry.
Right, okay, stand by. Yeah, I'm 100% with this individual that's filming everyone's vehicles.
I understand that we don't know what your intentions are. Okay,
What could
so-
I possibly do with this video?
So we don't know what your intentions are. If you were looking around somebody's property, for example,
Right.
okay, which isn't too dissimilar to this,
Right.
there's legislation in place that we can say that we believe
There is no
somebody has-
legislation. There's no legislation to stop members of the public taking
No,
photographs
there's
in
not.
public.
But there is legislation in place if we think somebody's going there to commit a crime or somebody's
Yeah,
going
I'm
there
not.
to scope out somewhere. All right.
You mentioned hostile reconnaissance. That would be done covertly, not overt.
Fair enough. Yeah, but you're currently in the curtilage of a police building. Okay?
I know. This
So-
isn't a valuable target for those that would want to do hostile reconnaissance.
How do you know that?
Because there's no data or information that supports that claim. Like, police station has never been subject to a terrorist attack. At least not in Scotland.
It doesn't mean it's not going to. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't mean it's not
Well,
a
you have
target.
to
Of course, it's a
extrapolate
target.
based on stuff that has happened, not,
we would,
stuff
we
that
would
hasn't
speak
happened.
to you exactly the same if you were walking around the airport or if you were walking around
I know,
the
but there's
transport hub or
certain
anywhere.
bylaws at airports that restrict filming and stuff. I know this. I'm not irresponsible. I wouldn't come here and do this if I knew that there was a genuine security
I totally
concern.
respect your right to do,
Thank
to
you.
do this.
Then,
alright?
then
I
just
have
let
no
me,
issue
then
with
leave me to it. He was talking about terror offences and stuff. I don't really appreciate being branded as such.
But you can understand surely you can understand that we have to be very cautious of this kind of thing happening outside.
I understand,
the police
we can have a conversation about it. I'm
Yeah.
trying to make assurances and satisfy that I'm not here for any trouble. I want to work with you to satisfy
Yeah,
that. But
absolutely.
it's also my right. I don't have to say anything. I don't have to account for my presence. I don't
Yeah.
have to account for my filming as well.
station. Yeah, absolutely. But I think it's sensible for us to have an adult conversation.
Yeah, then that's
And
what we're doing, and
if
I've got no issues.
If we can establish that you're not arresting anyone and
I'm
you're
not.
well, the only
This
way I
is a-
can
this
do
is a
that.
camera.
I know, but the only way I can do that is take your details, check them out.
I'm not
If you're
giving.
not
I
arresting
can't
anyone,
give no details. Sorry.
if you're not arresting anyone, then we can let you carry on, or we can let you go about your business. Do you know what I mean?
I'm
That's what we have to do.
not everyone is an unknown risk. Like, this isn't a police state where everyone is
No, I
a
appreciate
suspect.
that. No,
Do you know what I mean? This is a freedom to take photographs. I'm just expressing my right. There's nothing more to it than that, to be fair.
yeah,
You know what?
but we don't know how. We can't establish that, can we? We're taking your word for it, and unfortunately,
But you have to go on based
People don't
on
always
things
tell
you
the
do.
truth,
Yeah, I know,
guys,
but you
so-
have to go on based on objective facts and things you do know, not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but-
facts are that you're refusing to provide those details. It's a
Because I'm not
simple
required
task.
to.
It's a simple task.
There's no legislation that means
So
I need
at the
to.
moment you're refusing to desist.
That's right.
You're refusing to provide me details, so you're verging on committing an offence.
What offence would that be?
Yeah. I'm going to get a divisional set to come and take over from me.
There's no need for
You've
this,
had
man.
4 opportunities just to give us your details.
I'm not going to
That's
give details. Only the Reform Act, or if I was in a vehicle, I'd have to give details. What
all.
offence
I'm asking
am I on the
you-
verge?
I'm asking you to move on, or provide me your details so I can check.
I
that
can't
you're
do
not a security
either.
risk. You
I'm in a
can't do
public
either.
place. I
Why
can't move
not?
on because I'm in a public place. This is my right of
Why-
freedom of
But it's my
movement.
right to know if you're a security risk to the police station.
I'm not a security risk.
It says who? It says you.
Yeah. Well, until you have some sort of like evidence or
But the
reasonable
evidence says
suspicion.
you're filming without good reason as the security gate to my police station.
Is it your police station or is it the
To where I
taxpayers?
work.
Is it the public's police
You
station?
can pick arguments with me all day, sir.
All right.
It's entirely up to you.
Would you identify yourself?
Yeah, I did when I first came here.
What was your name?
My name's Sergeant Shields and I work in here.
All right,
And I'm
Sergeant.
policing.
Rest assured, I'm not here for no hostile
Well, I
motives.
appreciate that, but all I was asking for was your name and date of birth, and then I can confirm who you are, and you're from Edinburgh, or wherever you're from, and then I can continue to let you go about your business. Nobody's going to bother you,
How would my name satisfy that?
because I can check our police systems to make sure that you're not any sort of threat to the security here. It's
I'm
not
not.
difficult.
I know, but I don't have to
That's
give my
not
name.
a difficult thing. But now
know.
you're making me suspicious because you're refusing to provide me your name.
I'm doing
I
this in
gave you mine.
broad daylight. You guys are armed, you know. All I've got is a camera.
Yeah, but I'm because we're coming back in to do a handover.
we haven't been sent
But then
to this
next shift-
incident armed.
I know.
Okay?
We're just coming back into the station. You're standing here filming.
But I can't be that much of a security risk. This
You're
is just
filming
simply
the
a camera.
comings and goings of armed officers and other officers that work here.
So technically, that car there could have a dash cam fitted, and that could be doing all the same
But
thing
it will
in a
be.
covert,
But
in
we
a
need to
covert
check
manner.
it out.
But I'm doing this completely overtly. I'm
That doesn't make
engaging
it
with
fine.
yourselves.
You could be doing any sort of. The terrorist threat is severe to police stations.
It's not.
That means an attack. Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
It
A police
is.
station has never been subject
So,
to a
what's
terrorist
the
attack.
national terrorist threat at the moment?
The threat is
Can you
severe,
tell me what the threat
but police
is? So what
stations
does
are
that
not.
mean?
It means,
An attack is highly likely.
like,
right?
but not on a police station. Maybe
Yes.
in a civilian dense place.
Yes, it is.
It doesn't
Maybe like
specify-
cathedral
it
or
doesn't
shopping
specify
centre.
when
I'll
it's
tell you it's
gonna
highly
be,
likely.
okay?
So I'm entitled to stop and speak to you and
well,
try
we-
to find out what your name and your date of birth is. If you're here just doing what you say on YouTube, whatever video it is you're
Yeah.
doing, I'm quite happy to stay here.
Okay.
I don't think that's difficult.
Police stations aren't
but
valuable
now we're
targets.
verging on, you're not moving, you're refusing to desist, Now I'm going to have to get other officers here because
You
we
don't.
need to move
You
on.
don't.
We do. I
You
do.
just need to go on
I
about
do.
your day.
You're not confirming who you are.
I don't have to confirm. I'm
Right,
not going to
well,
confirm.
you will soon, sir.
No, I won't. I won't. Like,
As you
beginning
said,
to lose a bit of
it's-
patience now. Like,
I'm not. You're losing patience.
no,
trying to
I'm
explain
losing
it.
patience now because you're being very persistent. Like, relentless questioning, interrogation. What's
It's
your
not
name? What are you doing here?
interrogation.
It
All I've
absolutely
asked
is.
is what your name is and what you're doing. As a police officer, I'm entitled to do that.
Okay.
If you're being filmed as well, you're filming us right now. Surely we have the right. Do you know what I mean?
You don't have any right.
To view this footage when it's on your YouTube channel
No,
or whatever you choose to do.
Any
all right?
information I compile on you, I don't have to abide by any sort of GDPR or anything. So I don't work for the institution. That's the reason why you have to let me know I'm being recorded, because should I want to make a subject access request,
Which is why I did let you know as soon as it went on.
but the legislation doesn't apply to me as it does to you.
Just trying to have an adult conversation.
I know.
I appreciate we were getting somewhere at one point here. All right, I feel like it's gone back a little bit here, but you have to understand. So if we saw somebody, take a different set of circumstances, and we saw somebody who we believe might have been a housebreaker, lurking around the house taking a film, okay?
Yeah.
If we check that person out and that person is a known housebreaker, how do you think we are then going to react to that?
I know, but there has to be an objective basis. Like, you know the guy, he's got previous
Not
for
necessarily.
burglary.
If he's loitering around a house that he has no reason to be there.
But you have to go based on what you do know, like objective facts. And if they said, yeah, there's a guy, you know, that fits my description, that is a known security risk, then that would be your objective basis. At this moment, you don't know me, so there is no objective
It could
basis.
simply be somebody that's suspicious, somebody filming a police station.
I know, but
That's
this isn't
our
a crime.
objective basis.
This isn't a crime.
What I've just said to you, standing outside somebody's private dwelling isn't a crime either, but if you've got no reason to be there and it's making somebody feel uncomfortable, then we are duty bound to look into that, am I right? So if we check that person out and they're not known to us at all, it's fair for us to say, well, it's been a misunderstanding, they're in there for their own reason. If we check that person out and they're actually known to be an active housebreaker, that changes things, do you know what I
But
mean?
you have to go on based on what you do know, not what you don't know. As I mentioned, not everyone is an unknown risk, so to speak. Like, this isn't a police state. You can't just kind of expect someone to give their details because you find their behaviour unusual.
So where have you established that information from, that there's no such thing as an unknown risk? Because there is.
Because
don't
you
know
can't
anything
treat
about
everyone
somebody.
as such until a certain threshold is reached or met.
Okay, well, I'm going to put it out there and say that you have reached that threshold by filming a police station and going around the city filming different police stations, and my interpretation of that is that you have met that threshold. Okay,
So how do we proceed?
well, as my colleagues just explained to you, if you give us your details and we establish who you are and we realise there's nothing
can't,
to worry
I can't,
about here,
sorry.
that's fine.
I won't be giving any details.
Divisional officers will be coming to speak to you.
What
Okay.
there's terror?
No,
No.
no.
What can they do that
Listen,
you can't?
I know that words came up here, okay? Let's
Yeah.
forget about that right
Yeah,
now.
let's forget
I'm not
about
saying
that.
anything about terrorism, okay?
Yeah.
I'm talking about a security threat in general. That could be, like I've said, that could be breaking in, that could be, we don't know what your intentions are, okay? So it's nothing to do with terrorism as such, alright?
Okay.
Is an issue.
I don't have to assist you with any sort of investigation. There's a case law precedent that says that.
So if we asked you not to do something
Yeah.
and you refused to do it,
Yeah.
refusing to desist from a police station, that's an offence in itself, alright?
It's not. What offence is that?
And as I've explained to you before, we don't know your intentions here. We don't know if you're here to commit crime, if you're here to break in, if you're
Well,
here
if you
to steal
don't
a
know,
bike.
then you don't know. You have to go on based on what you do know. And I don't have to assist you with any sort of investigation.
Yeah.
It's my right to not even speak. Like, I
As
feel
a
like we're kind of
police
going around in
officer,
circles.
As a police officer, we go on information intelligence and we go on fact, alright? That's what we work on.
Yeah.
But we do have to sometimes use communication skills and we have to sometimes reason with people, and I think that's normal behaviour. I don't think we would get anywhere if we constantly just went based on legislation and nothing else, alright?
You absolutely have to go based on legislation. Can I ask what the time? Can I ask what the time is, by the way?
It's 10 minutes past 1 at the
All right.
moment.
All right.
But I think we police by consent in this country, okay? And I think if we were to constantly go down the route of just hounding people with legislation, we wouldn't get anywhere. So we have to use our discretion a little bit, all right? And we have to try and have an honest conversation. And I'm here to try and learn why you're here, and you're here to hopefully have a positive interaction with the police, all right? So
There you go.
there's different ways to deal with things. It doesn't have to always be, we're formally detaining you right now or anything like that. We're having an adult conversation, like I've said to you so many times, and I feel like we're getting somewhere. But
Doesn't seem like we're getting
you can only
anywhere.
get so far before we have to take action. Do you
You're
know what I mean?
being very rigid. You're essentially saying unless you give you your details, I won't be free to do what I'm doing. You keep making claim to getting to the bottom of this,
But we don't take people's word for things that we don't know. All right, we can't take. If I turn up at somebody's just stole something from Waitrose, and they say, "Well, I didn't steal something," I can't take their word for it if we've got other reason to believe that they have taken something. So,
Oh, you'd have cameras, you'd have witness statements.
yeah, of course.
You can't just approach someone on the street and be like, "Oh, I'm going to search you."
CCTV footage of you here at St Leonard's police station, all right, doing the same sort of thing, filming, and that in our. As per our security training, that to us would sound a little bit. Do you know what I mean?
But I haven't committed any offences.
No, you've not committed an offence, but standing outside a police station filming it, making people feel uncomfortable to their fear and alarm, alright? You're bordering on committing an offence.
What offence?
Well, section 38 is causing fear and alarm. Okay, how you choose to cause fear and alarm is up to you. But if
Section
you've got
38 of what? Okay.
Again, you're just trying to trip us up here now.
I'm not.
Right, I'm not here just to recite loads of legislation at you. I'm trying to explain to you that causing fear and alarm to somebody comes in a whole matter of means, alright?
I'm not causing fear or alarm to anyone.
Well, I would say people that are working there right now, and there's somebody standing outside filming their every move, I would say that is causing fear and alarm. Would you not?
Is this the Public Order Act? I'm confused. What,
No.
What act are you referring to?
Criminal Licence and Justice Scotland Act, as you just said, alright?
What? So by virtue of filming, I
So
can.
it's very similar to a breach of the peace down south, okay? A Section 38, the Criminal Licence and Justice Scotland Act, which means that you've caused fear and alarm to people within there, which
You've got permission to take photos, look.
Don't need permission.
Yes, you do.
No,
It's private property, look.
yeah, I'm not stood on private property.
Yeah, but
yeah, I don't need
You
to
can't photograph private property either without
Right,
permission.
okay, what about that camera there?
Oh, that camera up there is to protect you.
Protect me? Well, this is to protect me.
Yeah, well,
Of course I can
unfortunate.
photograph
Of course you
private
can't.
property. Of course you can. How do dash cams and things get away with it? It's not daft.
You're photographing into a shopping centre and they don't want you to, so
No,
there's nothing I can do.
I'm on a public footpath.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, it is fine.
You
Don't
still
be
can't
silly.
photograph.
Of course you can.
A man stood outside Fettes police station, simply filming from the sidewalk. But he was immediately approached by several armed police officers, who repeatedly questioned his identity and purpose, even suggesting terrorism and espionage. The cameraman calmly argued he had the right to be on public land, was not required to reveal his identity, and filming the police was in the public interest. The conversation became tense as the police kept changing their reasons, from security to suspicious activity to causing fear and panic under Scottish law. While the people were determined to uphold their civil rights, the police tried to legitimize their demand for identification, despite having no clear legal basis. The climax of the video is a confrontation. One side is just a camera, the other is armed forces, exposing the fragile line between security and freedom, raising the question, whose justice belongs, and are we living in a disguised police state?
You've got permission to take photos, look.
Don't need permission.
Yes, you do.
No,
It's private property, look.
yeah, I'm not stood on private property.
Yeah, but
yeah, I don't need
You
to
can't photograph private property either without
Right,
permission.
okay, what about that camera there?
Oh, that camera up there is to protect you.
Protect me? Well, this is to protect me.
Yeah, well,
Of course I can
unfortunate.
photograph
Of course you
private
can't.
property. Of course you can. How do dash cams and things get away with it? It's not daft.
You're photographing into a shopping centre and they don't want you to, so
No,
there's nothing I can do.
I'm on a public footpath.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, it is fine.
You still
be
can't
silly.
photograph.
Of course you can.
Of course you can't.
You look at the law and then come back and tell me what I can and can't do.
Round the traffic control.
Yeah, mate.
Don't be silly.
Yeah, the guy's not going to stop photographing.
Roger that. Any mic available to attend? Just to get a bit more detail on this mail.
What am I doing wrong?
Well,
What law
look,
am I breaking?
Told you, you're pointing
What law am I breaking?
all I'm saying is you're pointing the camera into a shopping centre.
I'm not breaking any law, so just go back in there and do
I'm
your
not
job.
interested. I'm only doing what I'm told to do, and that is you can't take photographs of the two shopping centres.
Don't be silly. There's hundreds of cameras around here. How do you think about a car driving past with a dash cam? Don't be so daft.
Alan, have you got a body cam, mate?
Mate,
Unfortunately, no.
what's your name, by the way?
Well, what's it got to do with
You
it?
just got someone pop down into a
I'm
body
not telling
cam.
you what I can and can't do in public footpath. Don't be silly. You're not going back in and do your job, mate.
All I'm doing is what I'm told
Yeah,
to
mate,
do.
I'm not quite right.
It's not, look at him.
So they're going in and out the wrong way.
Yeah, it's just a place to get a bit
Mate, you're making yourself look a bit of a fool
We've
there.
got something there, mate.
Come on.
Oh, thanks, no worries.
I am doing my job.
You're
that's
not,
the
mate.
problem.
You're not. You know, and you'll see that you're not doing the job properly.
Wrong door.
Yeah,
Coming up the wrong way.
yeah. Everybody does it. Everybody does it.
Mate, I don't want to be rude, but
My
you are
job is
making
to make
yourself-
sure you're wearing a face mask
Well, you're
when you
not.
go in there.
Yeah, and
I'm
please
outside
follow
here.
the marked routes. That's
You're
your
not-
job.
Yeah.
That's your job.
What's the problem?
He's
I'm
taking-
Jack, I'm
hang on a minute.
manager.
He's trying to tell me what I can and can't
Right,
do.
okay, what is it you
He's taking photographs of the shopping centre.
Okay, what for?
I'm not.
He's nothing to do with me, he's just
Okay,
turned up
what are
to...
you taking pictures for?
Because I want to.
Right, of the shopping centre?
Of the general area around. Oh, here we go.
Public area, though. It's not
Let me just move back a bit, I'm getting surrounded here. There we
Right,
are.
okay, we don't want you taking photos of the front of the centre, I'm afraid.
Right, well I'm stood on a public footpath
Okay.
and there ain't a lot you can do about it, I'm afraid.
There's not really, though.
There's
That's the
not
thing.
a lot
What
you
are you
can
up to do? Well, let's ask you first, what are you up to doing?
I'm just taking photographs and film of the area. Why?
Well, we need to know what for.
There's a
what
camera right above your head there.
That's what's monitoring you. That's what's
Well, this is
picking
monitoring you right now.
you. Okay,
But don't come out and tell me what I can and can't
No,
do.
I haven't. I've said I'm
I
want
just
to
think it's really funny that there's like 3 security guards.
It's
like,
a bit
not
daft.
even security guard at the door. Like,
Yeah.
There's loads, so
But there's not. There's not. There's,
Okay,
there's 3 of them
alright.
stood here and there's none there. Like,
Carry on with your day.
Thank you for watching police using vague justifications to stop, question, or detain people without cause is a growing concern. Simply being in public is not a crime, and officers cannot demand compliance without legal justification. Whether it's intimidation tactics, unlawful demands for ID, or escalating situations without cause, standing your ground and recording every interaction is key to holding them accountable. Always ask questions, challenge unlawful orders, and never let your rights be ignored. Subscribe for more UK police accountability videos, real encounters, and important lessons on knowing your rights. Stay informed, stay empowered, and never stop filming.